So this is how I have my space set up. I have a little cardboard wall here, just kind of blocking everything off. And over here, I have my laptop, which is running the max patch, controlling everything. And that sound is basically, there's a face tracker. So whenever I'm facing this direction, which I kind of have everything set up, so everything is on this side. So whenever I'm facing this direction, that sound will play, which will let me know that, hey, like I'm in the wrong direction. I should probably turn around. And over here, I have two keys, also littered a couple phone cases to kind of trip up the player. But I have two main keys. As you can see, this is one of them. And this is running an app called Touch OSC. And what I'm using it for is I'm taking accelerometer data. So whenever I pick up the phone, it sends the position of the phone to the max patch over there, and then you hear that sound that you just did, which would be the sound of like a door unlocking. And there are two keys. So for example, I have one here, and then my next one is over here. And these can be pretty much anywhere within this little area. So I can move it around between like different sessions. So for the second key, if I pick this one up, you hear the second sound, and then you hear that the huge creaking sound, which would be the sound of the door unlocking, which means that you've won and you can now leave. So the point of the game is essentially to find these two keys and unlock the door. If you face this way, the patch will let you know, hey, this is the wrong direction. And then you go until you win. So I'm just going to go through this blindfolded myself and kind of record my experience. So I am now blindfolded, and I had my brother just scatter everything about. So I'm gonna try and find the two keys and see how it works out for me. I'll admit it's still like really, really disorienting. Like it's harder to tell exactly how far like everything is. That's a case. So as you see, I just have to really like feel my way around. Okay. And yeah, that would be the second key. I'd say, at least from my experience, at least knowing where like the placement of the different objects like were, I still found it really disorienting. Just being able, like as someone who's pretty much had sight their entire life, having just not having access to that, I definitely relied a lot more on touch, not so much sound, but I had to feel my way around. So this is how I have my max patch set up. There are a few things going on here. So the most important thing would be this accelerometer patch over here. And ultimately what this is doing is it's sending the Z value of the phone. So it's sort of like if the phone is tilted a certain way, that's what this number is. So basically when this value, so if I have one of the phones here, and if I tilt it, you can see the value is changing as it goes. So when this value is equal to -5, it sends out a signal here, which would go through here, and then what this is doing is
it's playing the match. So you can see right now, it's when it does go off, this switches over here, and then it sends a signal, which makes it play. And when the sound plays, what's also happening is once the sound is done playing, it sends another signal, which goes all the way over here. And this is a counter, so what this is doing is it sends a signal, meaning that you've gotten this key, and then the same thing is happening over here. So when both sounds go off, for the first phone, this signal goes off, which means the counter goes up to 1, and for the second one, you got that one, the signal goes up to 2, the counter goes up to 2, and then it checks it over here, and if it's equal, then we'll play the door open sound.